it up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side, going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Kraft shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
All right, here we go on a national championship edition of the Buckeye Show. 34-23, the Buckeyes get it done. This 2024 team is in the history books as a national champ. Unbelievable season. They did it. They won the 4 in a row to win the first ever 12-team college football playoff, 14-2 record. They beat Notre Dame to win it all. I'm Timmy Hall. Good to see you guys. Good to be with you. The Bode man back there, I know it'll be a struggle for him for a week, but he'll be back. He'll live on. And my man tonight, Tyvis Powell, everybody. So good to see you, my man.
Bodie will be fine. He's a 20% winner because he spent 4 or 5 years at Ohio State. He's a student. He's a Buckeye. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Thank you, Tyvis. You know, this has been such a fun month of football, hasn't it?
It has been, man.
It's been a little exhausting. I was even out there at campus today.
Why were you exhausted?
Why was I exhausted?
Yeah.
Just broadcasting a lot, covering this team. I mean, it's a month.
Did you not hear what Will Howard said at his press conference this morning? Sleep is for the week.
That's great.
Me and him we in lockstep with this.
He won the national championship last night. How are you going to fall asleep? I didn't go to bed until 4 o'clock. I was wired. I was off the air at 2. Look, there really wasn't a complaint in there. It's just a simple fact of it. Having a lot of fun is also exhausting. I can always remember my pop-up saying to me when I would be out there visiting, and you know we'd done a lot of things. We hung out a lot. Maybe we took a trip into Chicago or something like that, and we'd get home, and after he'd have a nice bourbon to finish the night, he'd lean back, sit in his chair, have a deep sigh, and say, Tim, I'm mentally and physically exhausted. And then whenever he was like about ready to go to bed, he would just utter the words, "Day is done."
Well,
it's all done. I feel like, who was it? Was it Lathan Ransom or one of our other players that tweeted out Thanos just walking? That was Lathan. He tweeted Thanos in like the 30 seconds after Thanos snapped away half of the universe. But he went out there as the sun was setting. It was all beautiful. I can finally rest. The work is done.
I'm telling you, I can understand. When you go out there, you literally give it all, because that's what everybody says. That's like one of the most overused phrases in the championship. You got 60 minutes. Give me everything you got for 60 minutes. If you literally do that, there is no celebrating, because you just like, I need a bed. Like for me, I needed a bed. I was done. I had nothing left to give. I had a great post-game speech, and that was it.
What did you say after you won that national championship? What do you remember about your post-game comments when you guys won it 10 years ago?
What do I remember? Like right on stage?
Well, you said something. You yelled something. I was looking for it before the show. I couldn't find a good feed of it. But you shouted out Darren Lee. Yeah, that's good. No, you're a good man. You should.
So this is when I realized that I was a little off in my life, and I realized that like everything.
Where you got that idea?
Everything that goes on in my head, I can't say out loud, and I was like a huge troll. So really, it took everything in me. So the year prior, Jameis Winston won it, and he had this speech.
We are so grateful.
Where he goes, we said, you strong? Then we strong.
Oh,
then. Tim, it took
that was better than the eating the W speech.
It took everything in me not to say that on stage.
I'm glad you didn't. You're such a clown.
So ready to say that speech.
You're such a clown, man.
I wanted to say it so bad, but I said, you know what? No, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do it.
Honestly, though, what does it do being a guy that was part of the last team to win this national championships? Because I know you have to watch these games through a different lens. Mm-hmm. You think about it a different way than the rest of us do. What is it like now for this team to be in this fraternity with you guys? Not just former Buckeye football players, but former players that won a national championship. You're talking about the most exclusive of Ohio State football clubs. They're in it now with you and your teammates.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a mutual respect because everybody understands what you got to go through. And I think people don't realize how hard it is to win a national championship. Like, it's so much adversity that happens over a course of a season. For this team, it was with injuries, with losses. Like, they dealt with a lot. And to be counted out and the fact that they didn't let that bother them, if it only made them grow stronger and made them get closer and made them become selfless. Like, to me, it's a respect thing. And I'm so glad that they found that recipe because – like me, I can sit up here as a former player. I could tell you, like, it's not about you. If you want to be successful, you got to care about that guy more than you care about yourself. But people not going to listen to that. You got to live it. Like, and I salute Ryan Day for putting together an atmosphere and a culture where guys was willing to do that.
Absolutely.
And these guys stepped up and made some really big-time plays. And you know what? Even Jeremiah Smith said it the best. He was like, listen, I had one catch for 3 yards, but we won the game.
That's good.
And if I got to go out there and be a decoy, then that's what I got to do. But the most important thing is winning the game.
And he's a star. And for a star to say that,
exactly.
you
Especially
have to have that.
Receiver saying that.
But if you want to be one of the best to ever play, you got to have that kind of attitude.
And that's
you cannot be selfish.
And the fact that all of them is bought into that type of mindset is why they're going to be successful and win championships.
We got good stuff coming up, even in just a couple of seconds. By the way, we're brought to you guys here by our friends at CareSource and also by Coors Light. We thank them for sponsoring this lovely show. We know we got Buckeye basketball coming up. They are on the road at Purdue. I'm going to be getting you guys ready for it, warming you up at 6:30 tonight. It's going to be a tough one. You've heard a lot of different mashups and clips of the game last night and, you know, sound from Will Howard, sound from Ryan Day, from different players. But I thought it would be sort of fun to highlight your team, the team before you guys in 2002. Not that I would ever want to avoid the teams that were a long, long time ago in the previous era, but I thought, Capit, we're 25 years into the century, and we've got 3 national championships in this century. So I was in the lab today working on this myself. I hope you guys enjoyed and gave you a little montage that I call a program of champions. Here you go.
We've always had the best damn band in the land. Now we got the best damn team in the land.
Defense. Andre Johnson, ethnic Sands, wide right. Roscoe Parrish, wide left. Peyton alone in the backfield. Dorsey under a center Romberg. Sands motioning. Back is Dorsey to throw. Yeah! He throws it in the end zone. Yeah! It's incomplete. The Buckeyes win the national championship as defensive pressure got to Ken Dorsey and forced him to throw an incompletion. C. Grant right on the spot. And in 2 overtimes, Ohio State grabs the national championship and ends Miami's 34-game streak. Wow!
Marcus Mariota in the shotgun, gets the snap, drops back at his 35 to pass. Mariota bumps off one defender, rolls to the right, tries to elude another one, and yet another one. Rolls to his left at his own 30. Mariota just flings that one down the left side of the field. Intercepted by Eli Apple at the 25. And Apple will go to the ground at the 32, and that's it. Ohio State national champions for the 8th time as they defeat Oregon 42-20.
I love these players. This team wasn't supposed to do this, but they fought through adversity. They got stronger and stronger and stronger, and this is a great team. We finished the year a great team.
It can be argued that this was the best run in the history of college football.
Travion Henderson right around the right side and his 9th rushing touchdown of the year. That one's 66 yards to the end zone. And how about this Ohio State offense who's jumped in front of Oregon 30-0?
Beat Texas in Texas, which that was a road game. I don't care what anybody says. That was a road game. It was a very difficult game.
Sawyer's picked it up, and he's running down the right side. Jack Sawyer hits the 50-yard line to the Texas 40. Sawyer to the 30, to the 20 of Texas. Jack Sawyer is going to take it into the end zone.
I think in the history of college football, I don't think there's been, top 5 wins like that.
3 seconds. Leonard gets the Irish on the ball. Leonard gets the snap. Back to throw Riley Leonard. Rolls to his right at his 20. Leonard sails that middle of the field where it's caught by Greathouse. He's tackled at the 40. Tackled by Jordan Hancock, and Ohio State, national champions, beating Notre Dame tonight. 34-23, the 9th national championship in Ohio State history. A team that got into the playoffs, and they played angry and determined. And they give Ryan Day his first national championship, and Ohio State gets the victory, defeating Notre Dame 34-23.
It's surreal, man, and we're going to be brothers for the rest of our lives because of this. We are bonded for life.
There's been some great teams in Ohio State history, 9 who are national champs, but in the last, I think it's 53 years, up until this game, there's only been 2 who have been national champs, and this is the 3rd right here. We're going to take some time to celebrate, enjoy it, because these guys deserve it.
That's crazy, too. When he said that, I thought about that recently. You think about Ohio State football and how there's so much demand, there's so much expectations, but this is just the 3rd national championship going all the way back to 1970 or 1968, if you want to call it that, depending on if you're playing that game. I just say 9 national champs, 9-time national champions. That's what we got there. But there it was, program of champions. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to keep going here. What do we all have to say about Ryan Day now? We'll say it next. It's the Buckeye Show on The Fan.
If you miss a live show, you can catch the podcast. If you miss the podcast, our hosts have volunteered to have dinner with you.
The meatloaf!
The Fan.
Feeling the aches and pains of everyday life slowing you down? Introducing Blue Emu, America's #1 emu oil formula for pain relief. In a recent clinical trial, 91% of users saw improvement after using Blue Emu. Whether you're working hard, playing harder, or just staying active, Blue Emu penetrates deep to relieve joint and muscle pain fast. And best of all, you won't stink. Join the 91% who felt the difference. Find Blue Emu at your local retailer or online. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Ohio State championship quarterback Cardale Jones.
As a child, I had the same hopes and dreams as other children. I just didn't have the same resources to achieve them, but I found the help I needed to be my best. I was a CareSource kid. CareSource is so much more than Medicaid. They help families overcome a lot of their day-to-day struggles, and that made a lasting difference in the lives of kids like me.
CareSource, your Medicaid, your choice. Visit caresource.com/Medicaid.
The Buckeyes have won the Natty. Celebrate with the people who really matter in your life, us. And remember, pants are very optional. I'm completely naked from the waist down and make no apologies. You're home for the winners. The Fan.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get 1 juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, 1 original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including all-wheel drive versions of the best-selling Corolla. Now through February 3rd, get low-rate financing on a Corolla or lease a gas-powered 25 Corolla LE for $229 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
Fan weather
from the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, a couple of flurries, and a brisk finish on this Tuesday. Temperatures around 10, wind chills below 0. As we go through tonight into Wednesday morning, partly cloudy skies, cold temperatures as low as 5 degrees below 0, wind chills lower than that. As we go through Wednesday during the day, increasing clouds, still breezy and cold with a high only of 17. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Dreaming of the day when the script Buckeyes become the permanent men's basketball uniforms. Yes, looking nice. This is the Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light.
Well, keep dreaming, Tim. It's not happening.
I like those jerseys. Yes. We'll see what they're wearing tonight. They need to make those permanent. They do. Timmy Hall, Tyvis Powell, all you fine Buckeye fans cheering on your national championship Buckeyes. Tyvis, I heard you did your first read, and I missed it the other day.
That's a shame.
Do you have a lot of fun things to say about our friends at Tri-State Men's Health?
You know what? I'm just trying to spread the wealth.
Spread the love.
Yeah. Tri-State Men's Health. They've done some great things for my life, helped me out, and I just want everybody to know about it so they can, too, feel great again.
I want every single man in Columbus, and maybe some of the ones that are outside of Columbus, too.
Okay.
Not all of them, but some. But all the ones that are in Columbus, I want them to never suffer from erectile dysfunction ever again. That would be my gift to you.
That would be nice.
I give you the gift of Tri-State Men's Health and just pointing you in their direction and letting them take care of everything for you. Because it's the new year. We got the resolutions. I think you should tackle that. If that's an issue for you, these guys are experts. They've got treatments when the pills or herbals fail. They've got treatments, as we've said before, with success rates well over 90%. And some of them can even have you last an hour or more. That wouldn't have covered all of our postgame last night, but it would have gotten you like halfway through because we were on for a long, long time.
Oh,
because it was a big game.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
They've got wonderful locations here in Central Ohio, the one in Westerville, the one right there in Hilliard off of 270 and Cemetery Road. You can say hi to Fish because he lives right around the corner. Schedule your consult today. They got an expert staff. Like I said, the facilities are beautiful, lots of mints. You could be doing it the day after your appointment. TriStateMen'sHealth.com. TriStateMen'sHealth.com. Before we hear from Ryan Day from last night, I wanted to do this quickly because I was just texting with our friend Adam King of 10 TV. He just got back a little while ago. He had to miss the celebratory return of the team at the Woody. Did you bring him up? Yeah, I think Bodie brought him up. Thank you, man. And Adam, I went out there and froze my butt off. You've been doing a lot of work traveling and covering this team. It was pretty cool to see the Buckeye fans fighting the single-digit temps, the wind chill below 0, and I happened to be there right when Ryan Day got off the bus, and he seemed to be just loving every minute of it. It was good for him.
Well, I think that's what it's all about right there. And, for the team, obviously, last night's a chance to celebrate and make the memories that you remember for the rest of your life. But then the idea to pull back up to the place where you put in all that work, where you grinded for hours upon hours upon hours, and to see there were so many people there, Timmy. I mean, that was a great crowd to cheer them on. It was awesome. I did watch it. Sadly, it wasn't back in time for it, but the good news is all those people came out to see you, and then they got a chance to actually see the national champions.
Everyone's a winner, Adam.
Adam.
Everyone.
When you went to the Rose Bowl, you walked away with this cool hat. I just want to know, out of curiosity, did you snag a hat last night?
I've got a lot of stuff. I've got so much stuff. I have so much credit card debt just from this weekend. It's brutal.
You don't know when you're going to be back.
You know what? You know what the crazy thing is, Adam? They say you don't know when you're going to be back. Probably next year.
Yeah, and here's the problem. I don't know what to do with all the confetti I have. I took too much, honestly. I looked as if I was cleaning up for the Mercedes-Benz crew. They were thanking me as I was leaving, saying, you didn't have to do that. My backpack is just absolutely full of confetti. And it's a great memento. But, in 10 years, it's just going to be somebody's going to be like, why do you have a piece of papers all over your desk? And be like, oh, that's from that game,
Adam, we don't have a ton of time tonight, so I'll see you back here at work tomorrow. But I've been asking everybody this. What are you going to remember the most about this team?
I think the ability to make an emotional connection with the fan base is something that you don't always get from a team. And I think the fans, whether it be Ryan, whether it be these seniors, I think you feel it in your heart. I think there were a lot of people, whether they'll tell you or not, that teared up last night. Obviously, you're always excited to win a national title. But I think there were a lot of people that teared up because they were simply happy for Ryan Day. They were happy for Jack Sawyer, for JT, for Emeka. I think there are people that know what's gone in the last 4 years. And so to see those emotions pay off, that's something that really you could talk about it until the cows come home, but to actually see it and to feel it and to celebrate that getting off like you did off the bus and all smiles, it's something that you'll never forget.
Thank you, Adam. We'll see you soon here, buddy.
Hey, so can I keep talking or is that it?
That's it. It's over.
Oh, okay. All right.
You did so good. Let's just leave it right at that. Adam King, 10 TV, and you see he's still talking right there. Our guy, our sports anchor. He'll be back here to work. Tyvis, so let's finish with that, with what we're talking about there with Ryan Day. With as bad as everything was for him after the Michigan game, he rallied. He absolved everything, right? I mean, he's good. He's good right now. You won the national championship. It opens up a lot of debate between the Michigan game, which we've talked about before, and a Big Ten championship. Clearly, for me, a national championship is always the top. Like, if you win a national championship, you're a national champ.
That's why everybody came to college.
That's why you play. That's why you're here. That's not to say to me that a rivalry game is not important or less important. But
I'm not saying that either. But
number one is win the title.
Everybody's dream as a kid is to win the national championship. So to be able to do that, the one thing that I respect about Ryan Day is that he didn't run from it. It wasn't like he was hiding from it or anything.
That's true.
He took those punches. He took those blows. He took all the things that came with that loss. He owned it. And he came out there and he got his group of guys on the same page, and they had his back. That's the one thing that I can say. Those guys love each other because they care about their head coach a lot. They had his back on this.
He talked about how it was even a little hard envisioning the celebration before it got to that point.
I think a couple people asked me, if you win the game, what will your reaction be? And, for me, I couldn't go there. Didn't know what this week that we're about to go into even entailed. I think a couple people asked me, if you win the game, what will your reaction be? And, for me, I couldn't go there. Didn't know what this week that we're about to go into even entailed, in celebrations or anything, because for me, I couldn't go there. I just wanted this so much for these players. And so it was just focused on right now. And these guys will tell you, I just obsessed with all right, how do we get better today? How do we do a good job with this walkthrough? How do we do a good job with today, this meeting, this practice, to get ourselves prepared for the game? And then once we win the whole thing, we'll figure out what's next. That's kind of where we're at right now. But Yeah, there was a mix of emotions there.
No, I feel great for him. I really do. And it was a tough month. It had to be at the human level. Just to know, like, you can make all the money in the world and the expectations can be as high as anybody could ever ask. That still doesn't mean I can't have some sympathy when someone's getting dragged through the mud and beaten up. And look, I've been one of the people that have sat here and was critical of what was going on. That's what we're paid to do. That's our job, to watch the games and to be critical of them and to say what we think about where we are. Now, to go as far as, like, does everybody have to apologize to Ryan Day? I think you show your appreciation the way that you do. You can feel good for somebody for going through some adversity, for going through some tough times, and then figuring out a way to climb your way out of it.
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest question mark for him that everybody, the big knock that he had was, can he win the big games? And to do what you did, to play 4 of the top teams in the country and win in a very dominant fashion. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you answered the question that everybody had for you. So I was glad to see him finally do that. And hopefully this is something that we continue to see, because he's gotten the formula. Now the Big Ten championship, in which he's won before, but in the team up north game, hopefully we cross that bridge this upcoming season. I'm just so happy. This is what you play for. You had a chance. It's so cool that this is the system now, to where, one, and in this case, 2 losses for a really, really talented football team doesn't just end it for you. Yeah. You have the ability to rebound, they had to earn it. I wish we had it in 15. I know. But, hey, they had to earn this. Yeah. They had to win 4 really tough games in a row. Yeah, and nobody can take that. Nobody can take that away from them. They are champions forever, and, Will Howard said it the best. It's the thing that I think about. Every time you see that ring, every time you see that trophy, every time you see those highlights, you're going to think about your teammates. You're going to smile. You're going to say, we really did it. Like, we did it together. When nobody believed in us, we did it. And it's such a cool feeling, and I'm glad that this group of men will have that feeling for the rest of their lives. Congratulations to the 2024 Ohio State Buckeyes national champs. And you know what? Because one day off of school to celebrate wasn't enough, let's take tomorrow off of school as well. No school Wednesday either. It's just the whole early part of the week we're celebrating the national championship. Ohio holidays all around. Tyvis, thank you very much, buddy. It's been fun covering the team and talking about this team all year with you. Now it's time to focus on some men's basketball and women's basketball. That's right. I'll be at the game Thursday. Good man. Good man. They're doing good. We will get you warmed up for Buckeye Hoops at Purdue next, right here on The Fan.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Mix and match 10 or more participating items for $1 each with your card. Choose from Kroger brand pasta, Starkist tuna pouches, Powerade, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Congrats, Buckeyes. Cheers for the 2024 national champions. We know there's nothing like celebrating in Columbus. So wherever you choose to celebrate, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.